Hmm. Cool. So we got some. All right. Good morning. I'm just doing a quick live. What I'm working on today is from my friend Ashley. We're doing a swap. I got 1, 2, 3, 3 dozen plus eggs from her in exchange for spending this fiber that she purchased for her. And it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And so it's called Crazy Handspun Sock Kit. This feels more like BFL than merino. And but that could be the nylon content. That's just for me, from feel. And so I'm spinning this as well as this, which is Rambouillet, which is my absolute favorite yarn to spin ever. Look at that. And the color is kind of muted, but it's beautiful and so squishy. So squishy. So I can't wait to spin that. So I'm saving this to spin this last. But yeah. Normally we're swapping hand spun yarn for socks. She's like a fast knitter. So these are the colors. And what I'm doing is I rearrange the colors in the bag so that I have like the real bright colors up here. Then in the middle, I have like some whites. And then at the bottom, I have like some darks down there. So I'm spinning from these first. And I'm just pulling out whichever one comes out next. It will be the next one that I spin. So that's how I'm spinning it. And so far, I'm liking the way it's trending up. So that's what I'm doing today. Just chilling and spinning. So pick you up a project and crochet or knit while I'm spinning. Or you could be working on, if you're a paper crafter, you could be working on your paper craft. I'm not sure why the camera. Like the picture is usually a little bit better than that. I'm not sure why it's kind of muted today. Maybe it's because I'm not using StreamYard. It's always fun spinning these bits and pieces of yarn, but if you can see, like there's like some luster to this too, so that's why this feels more like BFL to me. Even just from the way this fiber looks to me is more like BFL than merino. So it might be mislabeled, or it could be a mix of BFL and merino. But with the luster that this fiber has on it, I don't think it's a merino. And the way it feels, the way it's drafting, it just doesn't feel like a merino to me. Even a superwash merino, it's not as soft as a superwash merino that I would expect it to be anyway. Just looking at the parts that's white and the luster that's in this fiber, I really think it's BFL and nylon. But that's just me. I could be wrong. I'm just gonna be doing some spinning as I progress through this bag of fiber. You guys can see the different awesome color changes. These are gonna be some pretty cool socks. So if she does a sock, she might make a hat with it. I don't know. Or fingers gloves or a shawl. She might weave with it because she's taught herself how to weave. I think she took some classes too, but she could be weaving with it. So I'm not sure. But it's gonna be a fun spin for me. So that's what's good cool. And I don't buy a lot of fiber like that for myself. So, the opportunity to get to spin some dyed fiber, because I'm more towards like natural colors and natural. I will do some dye days, but it's always fun to be able to get hold of somebody else's dyed fiber and spin it up and just play with color. So what I'm doing is I'm changing the pegs every so often to try to keep the yarn on the bobbin in even sections. Um, a lot of people don't have to do that if they have like a woolly winder device on their wheels. It'll automatically keep the yarn moving and to keep it going at an even rate across the bobbin. Spinolution has a woolly winder device now for their wheels, but it's for their newer wheels. So I have to start me a savings fund again so I can save up um, to either see if they'll upgrade this wheel, or I just have to probably end up having to buy a new wheel so that I can use the woolly winder device. That'll take probably about 45-50 minutes or an hour worth of time out of spinning interruptions, constantly stopping, changing the pegs and stuff. So that'll take some time out of that. When you're spinning, you can just spin. You don't have to worry about changing the pegs, anything like that. You just spin. This like this blue part right here is pretty. Yeah, and the reason I think it's also BFL is because of the way it's drafting. Usually merino I end up having to be more careful with my drafting because I tend to spin it a lot finer. So you would end up with a lace weight. I would end up with a lace weight single, and the yarn when I apply it will end up being lace weight to heavy lace weight. So this is going to be a definite fingering weight yarn. So it's even drafting like BFL. Looks like BFL, feels like BFL, and it's drafting like BFL that I'm used to spinning. So yeah. Yeah, the colors are nice and vibrant and pretty. And it's not, the colors aren't coming off on my fingers, which is always good. So it had a good bath after it was dyed, since it's not, you're not getting any bleed through on your fingers as you're spinning. Sometimes when you're spinning some dyed fiber, you'll get a section that is real sticky, and it's where the fiber, you see that right here, the fiber kind of stuck together during the dye process, felted a little bit. All you gotta do is tease that out, like just tease it out like that. If it won't tease out, if it stays matted up, then that section, that little piece is felted, like this little lump right here. Just squeeze it, pinch it, hold the rest of the fiber under tension, and just pull it free. And it's like I highlight this little pile of nips. I just add it to my little pile of nips, and I just roll it. And this I'll use in stuffing, like the emotional support chickens and stuff. I'll just add it to the stuffing. All right. So there we go. And that's the way you can deal with any area of your fiber where it might be stuck together, or a little part of it, a little tiny part of it might have felted, or it could have had a second cuts in there. Sometimes you can get something that might have some second cuts in it. You never know. And so you can just pull those out so it doesn't affect the smoothness of the yarn if that's what you're going for. If that's not what you're going for, if you want nips and you want texture in your spin, then just let it ride. All right, so as you can see, this part here is even with the part back here. So now I'm just going to switch to another peg. You can see this section right here. That's where the yarn is going. And right now the yarn is considered a single, and I'm spinning worsted. That's my preferred way to spin. I don't have to think about it. And the way I'm spinning right now is considered a inchworm technique. The technique. Mine is slightly modified because I'm actually pulling. You guys can't see that, but I'm actually pulling the. Let me see if I can get both my hands in the shot. You can see what I'm doing. All right. So As I'm spinning, let me twist this back so I can draft it just a little bit more. So I'm twisting the opposite direction of the twist, just so I can draft it a little bit more to keep it consistent from where I let it go and the twist travel into my draft zone. So as I'm spinning, I'm actually pulling the fiber. So it's like a modified inchworm technique. And this fiber is not condensed or hasn't been squished, so it's still pretty airy. So it's separating easily, it's sliding past each other easily, and it's gonna have a little slight halo to it too by the looks of it. But let's say this fiber was compacted, then all you got to do is pop it, just snap it like that, and that puts air back between the fibers. If you don't want it to, if popping it doesn't work and it still feels compacted and it's still not sliding, then you can what's called pre-drafting your fiber. You can take and you just pull it just a little bit to get the fibers to start sliding past each other. But you don't want to pull it past its staple so that it actually pulls the roving apart into two sections. So you just keep pulling, just drafting it. See, that part was a little harder. And see, there's like a little nip right here. So I'm going to tease that nip, see if it teases out. And it does. So we'll just keep going. And there we go. So now this is pre-drafted. So you shouldn't have any problems with it drafting as you spin. It's a pretty blue. That blue right there, that light blue. I was hoping there'd be more greens, but there wasn't. I don't know what it is about spinning blue, yellow, and greens, where you allow the blue and yellow to touch and they form the green. It's all that is always to me for some reason such a very interesting spin, because of the different shades of green you can get by using that technique. And you can also do where you have the blue, a white section, the yellow section, and then you watch the blue and the yellow migrate towards each other through the white section, and then you watch like the different areas where they touch, where they actually manage to meet, turning green. It's just a very fascinating thing when it comes to dyeing fiber in yarn. Just watching the color play. I'm not gonna keep y'all long because I got a lot of stuff I gotta do today. All right, so now I'm gonna switch to the next page. I'm gonna be about 20 minutes, and then I gotta go and do some running around. My husband is still driving me around everywhere because I still don't have my keys back per se, because my eyes are still healing from the cataract surgery. So I have another appointment coming up in 3 weeks, and go from there. So if they've healed up enough, if they're satisfied with the healing, if there's no more swelling in the cornea and stuff, then I'll be able to get my distance prescription for driving. So I will need glasses for driving, just not for everything else, and like up close, like for reading and working on the computer at work, things of that nature. But I'll need glasses for like distance. I've worn glasses all my life, so I have no problems with that. Not having those cataracts was the end goal truly for the surgery. If I end up wearing glasses, so be it. But being able to see, the colors like you're supposed to see color, that was what the surgery was all about. All right. We just did a bunch of blues and purples and yellows. So I'm going to get a different one out of the bag. This one has some brown in it. That one has some pink in it. So I'm going to do this one next. And then we'll do the one that has this one has some yellow, some blues, purple, green, some pink. We'll do that one, and then after that we'll get one that has another different, like this one has oranges in it. So we just pull them out of the bag and have fun with it. Let me set this over here. See, that one got a lot of different pinks in it. A little bit of a purpley brown right there. Some light peach right here. So yeah. And so now what I'm going to do is, because, it's wide, you can see the sections from where it was pen drafted together into top. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to pull it apart, but still let it stay connected down here. That just makes it so I don't have to do, so it's not as cumbersome, and I don't have to do a lot of extra drafting and stuff as I'm spinning it. It'll be more like a sliver versus, spinning from top. You'll be spinning from more like from a sliver or sliver. So what I'm doing is I'm just squeezing the air, rubbing those fibers together where I did the join, because I don't want it to come apart when I'm plying. Because when I ply, I'll be going in the opposite direction from what I spun. So I'm spinning in the Z, the clockwise Z, counterclockwise S, if I remember correctly. So like I said, this fiber is not compacted, so it's drafting, and I'm tapping it. That just allows, it's the same thing as if I pulled it. So if it's like a very well prepared fiber, doesn't have any compaction, then I'll just tap it to help with the drafting. And everybody spins differently, It's not do it this way, do it that way. It's what makes you comfortable. It's what works for you. And this works for me. See that color right there? That was as the purple and the blue mixed. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're watching color chemistry right in front of you as these fibers are next to each other, near each other, and as these fibers mix. Like you'll have a section right here. See where it's changing from this purple to like a gray, and then it's gonna go into this brown, greenish brown color right through here to a lighter brownish color into this pinky white area, and then it starts getting into pink, purples, fuchsia type colors. So those colors are going to be touching each other and mixing in spots, and that's going to cause even new color combinations just from them being, wrapped around each other, and the way the light filters through those different color strands, giving you, new color variations in the yarn. So I got about 9 more minutes and then I'm out and gonna get all that running around done today. I got a couple of things I gotta crochet, so I gotta pick up because of course they wanted pink, so I gotta go pick up some yarn and hot pink for a project. Yeah, I wish people would realize that just because you're having a girl, don't mean you gotta have pink and purple. That's you subjecting that future child to what you want, what you expect, or what society expects of how you should treat that child. That child might be like me, might hate pink with a passion. I always have, always will. Can't stand it. I'll use it if I have to for other projects and stuff. But if I don't have to have it in my house, I don't have to have it in my house. Um, so stop subjecting these children to what you want and what society wants. And realize that there are other colors in the world that that child can have around them. If you're going to do anything, then just have a rainbow around the child. You know what I'm saying? Have a rainbow around the child. And that way the child has all the colors around them. And then they can decide what they want that they like as they get older and not what society expects of them simply because of their gender. Or because that's what mama likes. Mama likes pink and purple, so mama gonna want pink and purple. No. You're starting that child life out with your expectations thrown upon that child. Let that child be able to decide some things on their own as they get older. But have opportunity around them to see that there's more than mama's way and daddy's way. That there's other ways that you can look at color until they decide, well, I don't like that color. This is my favorite color, and it might not be pink, it might not be purple, and you're just gonna have to suck it up, buttercup, and deal with it. If your child likes greens, then wants greens, then you get that baby greens because that's what makes that baby happy, not what makes you happy. You decorate your room how you want your room to be. And if that baby decides, I like greens and blues, I don't like pinks, I don't like purples, I like greens and blues. I want sky blue, I want Carolina blue, I want Duke blue, whatever color greens and blues that child wants, then that's what makes that child happy. That's the color that gives them peace, that gives them helps stimulate them to want to be in their room, to want to read, to want whatever. That's what I'm trying to say. Just stop forcing your children, forcing them to your wants and needs for you to be happy on that child. That's not fair to that child. If you want pink and purple, then by all means put pink and purple all over your bedroom. But don't force that child to have to deal with pink and purple in their room just because that's what you like and because you want the child to like it. No. White might be that child's favorite color. Eggshell white. They might like a clamshell, like white and pink. Who knows? But if that's what the child likes, then that's the child. That's on them. That's what they like. That's what makes them happy. Me, I don't like pink, but other people like pink. That's their problem. Hey, Shatika, what's up? What's up? Yep, choice and a freedom of expression. You said it very well, my friend. I'm only gonna be here for a few more minutes. I just want to show this fiber that I'm spinning for my friend. And look, see what I'm talking about? See, this is like got some red up in here, and it's purple, and so it's making a violet, like a darker violet, right here on the bobbin. Like I said, it's always fascinating spinning different color yarns like this. I can't wait to see what she makes with it. It's gonna be awesome. An awesome project. And I know this is boring to a lot of people, but it's not boring to me. And that purple and brown one, it goes together well too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, when they like a little tiny baby, yeah, you want the baby to be dressed like, cute and stuff like that. But it don't have to be just pink. I mean, they got little pretty yellow dress, yellow outfits, blue outfits, green. They got all kinds of colors, like little dresses and stuff for girls. Different colors besides just pink and purples. You know what I'm saying? Dress them up in something different sometimes. Don't just keep putting them in stuff that you like. You know what I'm saying? You like pink, you like purple, so that's all the child gonna have. Pink and purple stuff. Put that baby in a white dress. Put that baby in a yellow dress. Put on a little green dress. I mean, and they got like the little dresses I've seen with the royal blue with the white ruffles and stuff like that on them. I mean, there's other things you can put that child in besides just pink and purple. Same thing with the boys. There are other things you can put that baby boy in other than blue. I think my kids, they had like these corduroy dresses that were a real dark green. They were freaking gorgeous dresses. And they had pictures made in them. Even my son even found a little boy outfit in that same shade of green for my son. So it was the three girls in their little matching dresses and my son in his little outfit. All right, guys. My time is up. Thank you, Shatika, for coming by. I will see y'all later. Let me go ahead and get this attached. This is the one with the pink in it. So if Steve watches the replay, he'll be happy. She'll be happy. So there's the pink, and it goes into this peach color right here. Goes back out into a real light pink, and then it starts getting into more of a fuchsia or hot pink. And then it goes into this orange. Then it goes into like this mauve, this gray, on the gray side of mauve. Then it goes back to the pink, the light pink, the fuchsia, and so on and so forth. So, and then this is a section where the orange and the purple mix together. So it's more of the brown side of pink, where the orange mixed with it. All right. I don't want my husband coming here fussing me, talking about I'm always wanting to do something. And then I get to spinning and I change my mind. Oops. So I'm going to let you go. And then I might come back later on, but I don't know because I'm going to be doing some work on my truck. I got to take the old alternator off, take the old battery out, and go get the new alternator, new battery, and get her so that we can get her over to the shop so she can get her brakes done, and then she'll be ready for the road. So hopefully by the time I can drive again, she'll be ready to be driven as well. She'll pass her inspection and everything will be good to go, hopefully. So y'all take care. Y'all be safe out there in them YouTube streets. And love, peace, and light, y'all.